What's good, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Michael, and today we have another video on my India trip. So what did I do on my India trip, specifically relating to working out, right? Because this is what this channel is about. Did I just rest for a month? Because rest definitely has its time and place. Personally, some of the best progress I've made has been immediately following a week of no training. But if anybody watching this video knows me personally, you know that's not really an option to take more than a month off at a time, voluntarily at least. So what did I do? Well, here's what you can do. You can do bodyweight exercises, okay? So start with a push-up. If a push-up is too hard, do push-ups on your knees, okay? Do lunges, do bodyweight squats, do crunches, do planks. There's all these things you can do that you don't need any equipment at all. But if you're someone like me, that might be a little too easy. So what can you do more than that? Well, you can add some explosive training in. You can do, let's do some Superman push-ups. Let's do some lunge jumps. If that's too easy, you can superset the two. Do some circuit training. Wear yourself out a little bit. Get some conditioning in for once. If that's too easy, you can add some weight. Well, how do I add some weight if I don't, have a gym? Well, I found like this stone that was kind of close to where I was staying at the time. And so I picked up that stone and I brought it over to where I was staying and I did some deadlifts. I did some squats with it. Was it still too easy? Yes, it was. Get a bigger stone if you can. But if you can't, do everything I said before. Superset with these explosive exercises. Progress to harder variations. If a push-up is too easy, do a plunge push-up. If you can't do a plunge push-up, lean more and more forward until your feet eventually come off the ground. You can do handstands. I did back tucks, which are like backflips, cartwheels, right? You name it, I probably did it. Pistol squats. There's so many exercises that you can do that you don't need any equipment at all. Pull-ups. You can do it on a doorway. Yes, it's going to be hard to grip. It's going to work on your grip. That's a good thing. If you are in the forest or there's trees nearby, you can grab onto a tree. Make sure that branch is sturdy. Grab on that tree, do some pull-ups. You can do it on the side of a deck. You can do dips in the corner of a deck. There are literally so many exercises you could do. Bulgarian Split Squats, right? That's where your foot's elevated. It's a lunge. I did it off the side of a stairway, outside. You can do it elevated on a bench, or maybe elevated on a hill, a steep hill, right? There's so many exercises you could do. Personally, something that I really like to do was, I found this like band. I don't know what it was. It's a band. You could do it with toe straps, like a toe strap in your car. But you could do it with just a belt, right? Just the belt that you're wearing right now. Take it off. And what you're going to do is you could do a nice little lateral raise. You're holding on to this band, right? And your partner is giving resistance according to how strong you are. Another one that I did that I really liked was I did bicep curls, right? And my partner's in here in the middle pushing down, giving me the appropriate resistance. I'm going to be a little bit taller so you can see me. Curling up. Once I got to the top, guess what? Now he's going to do a tricep push down and I'm going to resist all the way down. You do that for a set, then you switch, right? There really is a lot to do. And I'm not just making this video like, you should do this if you don't have a gym membership, but I do, ha ha ha, right? No, this is what I did for over a month, right? So I'm preaching what I practice, at least during this time when I didn't have access to a gym. The point of this video is to tell you that you don't need an expensive gold membership, Gold's Gym membership, and all this fancy equipment to get a workout in. The world is literally your gym. There are so many exercises you can do. There's no excuse why you're not lifting. And it doesn't even have to be lifting. I'm not here to tell you what mode of exercise you should do. Any form of exercise is good by me because ultimately your health should be your number one priority. Okay? So even if it's something like go run a mile. It's good by me. Running a mile is better than no mile. You know what I mean? Get that heart racing. Get your cardiovascular fitness up. Something is better than nothing. I heard this quote a while back that I really liked, and I'll put it right here with the person who said it. is excuses sound best to the people making them up. So don't make an excuse, right? If a day goes by and you didn't work out, don't say, well, I didn't work out because I was busy and I was tired and I had a lot going on. No, I just didn't work out. Leave it at that. Do it next time. You know what I mean? So more than that, I want to share a funny story and then I'll give you one more tip. So a funny story is that I was doing this, there's like a small patch of grass and I was doing all this stuff every single morning after my yoga. So I had yoga, I think it was at 5 or 6 in the morning. This is India time, not, Central time or anything. And then after yoga, I would do this for 30 minutes to an hour before breakfast. But I actually found out my last week, the house that I was staying in, I was traveling around a bit, but I came back to where I was for the last week. There was actually a gym right above that house. So I actually did have access to a gym, and I did weight training then. But the gym was literally above me the entire time. But my other tip that I want to give you is that when I came back, I weighed myself and I was almost 170 pounds. Prior to leaving just over a month ago, I was 195 pounds. So I lost nearly 25 pounds in just over a month. Any dietitian will tell you that that's unhealthy. Unless you're like severely obese, that's unhealthy. That equates to over more than 10% of my body weight. That's not good. So I was working out regularly. I was, challenging myself. I was, gasping for air. So what's wrong? Why did I lose all that muscle even though that I was doing that? It was the food that I was putting in my body. And I'm not here to tell you that, my diet that I implement myself is a lot better than what they were giving me over there. That's not what I'm telling you at all. I'm telling you, besides the quality of the food, the quantity of the food matters as well. For the first 3-4 years of me lifting, I ate at roughly a maintenance calorie count. So despite getting strong, your body is very intelligent. It will adapt, okay? I was getting stronger. I was getting more athletic. But I was eating at maintenance calorie count, so I never actually got bigger. And I said that that's happened for the first 3 to 4 years of my lifting career, but I've been lifting, I think, for about 7 years now, okay? And I can say that for the first 6 years of my lifting career, I have not been happy with my progress. I want to be stronger. I want to be faster. I want to be bigger. I want to be more defined, right? I see everything that everybody else has accomplished, and I want it too. But this last year has really been a transformational moment for me because I can actually say I'm happy with how I look, okay? And I think that's the goal with a lot of people who work out is they want to be happy with how they look. They want to be comfortable in their own skin. And what has really taken the next step, like my physique, to the next level, personally, is treating my nutrition as seriously as I do my training, right? I know people who are on these expensive programs that are well structured. They follow the the sets, the weight prescribed, maybe even rest intervals if they're in there, and they don't miss a workout day, yet they're not happy with their results, right? I see people that are in the gym all the time, more than me, but they're not happy with the results. They're not seeing results. I'm not seeing them get results. Why? Is it because they're genetically predisposed to look that way? No. Okay? The reason is because of what they're doing outside of the gym. You're only in the gym for about an hour, okay? About an hour a day max. Maybe 2 hours if you go out. I don't know. Let's just say about an hour. What are you doing for the rest of the 23 hours of that day? Are you getting quality sleep? Are you staying hydrated? What kind of food are you putting in your body? Are you eating enough of that food, right? We talked about that in the last video. Quality of food and quantity of food matter. People love to emphasize, hey, if you want to get big, you just gotta shove food in your mouth. Bro, okay, I got that advice. And when I first started lifting, and I was just eating everything I could. My stomach was so small, but I was just eating everything I could. Do you know what a skinny fat is? I went from being skinny to being a skinny fat, but I did not look any better, I can tell you that. Okay? Quality of the food, the quantity of the food, they both matter. Once you start treating your nutrition, this is something I've learned in this last year, your nutrition as seriously as you do your training, you honestly will see a huge change in your physique if you give it enough time. And the other take home point from this video is that the world is your gym. You have no excuse not to work out even if you're broke. You can work out because you don't need any equipment to work out. You can literally go to a park and there's monkey bars, you could do pull-ups on there. You could do push-ups on the ground, you can run around the city track, the high school track, excuse me. There's literally so many things to do. Health should be your number one priority. It's the platform for everything. You have, listen, this is relating to this video, specifically to exercise, but this can go to all other aspects of your life. You have more options than you think you do. I see so many people that settle for an occupation that they don't like, so their career. They settle with a girl that maybe they're unsure about, but they're afraid they're not going to find someone better. They settle with the people that are around them because they're afraid that they're not going to be able to make new friends or they're not going to be the same. So many people are settling because they don't know their true value. You have more options than you think. The world is your gym. Start taking nutrition seriously. That's all I got for this video, ladies and gentlemen. I will see you in the next one. Peace.